Wayne, what about you, man? I appreciate you guys sharing this stuff, really.
No. It's, as a 55-year-old man, and I think I look good.
Yes, you do. Yes, sir.
But black dudes age like hamburgers. So like Big Macs.
I do realize it all the time. It's like the old American Express commercial. Don't leave home without it. I know that I'm a black man. And in the minutes that you forget it, the times that I walk from my office to McDonald's, I come out into the parking lot, that's the door's locking.
Okay.
Just to go into McDonald's. All the time. It's all the time.
Really?
And that's a quick reminder for you right there. Subtle. Well,
Yeah.
I wouldn't call that subtle,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
never.
I got to tell this quick story.
Before you say that.
Yes, sir.
Did I tell you guys I'm 55 and I live?
I agree. You were talking about locking doors, and they're loud. And I'm probably 18, and we're pulling off the highway, and it's me and two of my friends, and they happen to be black. I'm driving his uncle's caddy, and we pull off, and we had the windows down, and we pull off to the side, and there's a homeless man right there on the corner, and I can't remember. I think he was black. I'm pretty sure he was black, and I locked the door. Caddies, they're real loud.
Yeah.
I started rolling up the window, and Mark was like, my friends were like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're doing it." And the man did like this to me, just like that, like I'll accept that. I can't really shame you too much because you're concerned about your safety, but then again, here I am, homeless, probably innocent. I don't know. Just wanting 50 cents, $1. But I will. Now that I say that, I want to share another one that's relevant. In my town of Festus, Crystal City, that area, there's always the black part of the town, right? That's still like that. It's still like that, and that's where a lot of my friend's family would be, and that's where I would go to church with him. And one time we were just going over there for something. And at this point, I'm realizing these things are happening. I'm realizing the differences. So I want to go far the other end, right? I want to go on the other end. I would do things on purpose to hopefully let people know I'm not racist, And so what I did this day, this is embarrassing and funny, and it needs to be told. So we come into this area, and it's not the nicest of neighborhoods. I leave on purpose. My truck windows down and the car key, the doors unlocked on purpose because I want to prove to everybody I ain't racist. So I can see Kevin's face right now. He's shaking his head, and most of you listening are. All right, I'm 16 years old, and we run into the church real quick. There's one white dude that lives in the neighborhood, right? He's out washing his car. So we come back, and my stereo's gone. My stereo's gone. And I'm like, my stereo's gone. And my friend was like, "Did you leave the doors unlocked?" And I said, "Yeah, why?" And he said, "Why are you leaving the doors unlocked in the hood?" And I said, "Well,
you deserve that one."
So the white dude's washing his car, and he gives me a little points with his nose the house because he saw it all, right? So I'm like, and I'm still naive. I'm real naive, as you can hear. The story proves it. So I go and knock on the door that he aims at, right? I go and knock, and somebody answers the door, and I'm like, "Hey, did you guys see a stereo?" And so the guy's like, "No, man, I don't know what you're talking about." I see a guy in the background who's like, "Scott." He knows me. It's a younger guy who knows me. And he's like, "Scott," and he has my stereo. And he's like, "I'm trying to teach you a lesson, man. Don't ever come up in here and leave your car doors. Don't come up in here and leave your car doors unlocked. And I'm like, "Dude, thank you so much." And he's like, "Yes, keep your car doors locked." And he let me go. And that was it. Oh man, lock the doors. It was like we were in there for 5 minutes too. I'm like, nobody would even have time for 5 minutes to go in and wheel this thing out. And
You'd be surprised, bro.
We are creative.
oh man. Oh, thank you for hearing that, Roger. Oh, Eric.
I said, did he remove it clean or did he destroy it?
Thankfully, it was a pull-out, so it was like it was made, you know. You remember those old pull-outs? Yeah. So I was actually glad that it was a pull-out because who knows what would have happened? I would have had wires all hanging.
See, you said it was 5 minutes, but what you don't understand was they was watching you the whole time.
Dude, as soon as you took that
So
second
it was
step,
probably like 7 to 8 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, he pulls up. I mean, because that's a real thing. Like, they teach you how to, you know, dismantle all of that stuff, like tires, the whole nine, in record time.
Guinness Book of World Record.
But anyway, learning experience.
Indeed.
You know. Roger, what about you?
Yeah, I was thinking in terms of the comment you all made that you don't even think about it.
Not second thought.
And I think to a certain degree that's a privilege. You know, I know some people use the terminology white privilege, and that you don't have to even think in terms of your skin color, or better yet, even your culture. You know, you just have this privilege to just be. Wherever you at, you just be who you are. But as for me, I'm aware of it. I have an awareness that I'm a man of color, but also I'm aware of the fact that I've been shaped by a culture. You know that I take that everywhere I go. You see what I'm saying? That I am a man. I'm a man of color, and then I have a culture. So if I'm at a job, you have the privilege of thinking once, but I have to think twice. You may think, hey, I'm an employee of this job and I do X, Y, and Z. I am an employee, but I'm a man of color. You know what I'm saying? So I have to think twice, because of the racialization of this society that we live in. That it says that you are. I mean, I think this. I don't want to get all into the lyrics of the song, but Jay-Z had the song, OJ. You know what I mean? He said, I'm not black, I'm OJ. Then he went on and said, you still a, whatever.
Yeah.
And the point is the fact that I'm not going to throw that word on individuals, but no matter where you at in society, you still a man of color in this in this country. If you're a man of color, you still is seen as that.
Yeah.
See what I mean? You can say whatever, oh, I'm this, I'm that. But you still, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're a man of color, So that's just how this society has been. You know what I mean?
So you'd say you never forget?
No, I mean, I'm aware of it often.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say never. I'm going to use the word never. But I'm often aware of that.
Yeah. What about you, Eric?
Yeah, it's kind of similar to Rashad a little bit, I would say. Basically, there are times that I do forget, but depending on who you run into or what reactions you get or perceive, you're reminded in certain situations. But I would say a lot of times I come into a situation and if everybody's just acting normal and I'm normal, I'll forget.
Got it.
I won't think about it, especially if I'm coming into a situation that is familiar. So, okay, maybe first day at work or first week at work or first month, I'm pretty much the only black person. I was the only black guy for a long time at my job as well. But if it's a new situation, I might think about it. If someone reacts toward me a certain way, if I don't know if you're just a jerk or if you're a racist, I might think about it, trying to process that. But if I come into a situation that everyone's normal, everyone's cool, and it's a familiar situation, a lot of times I'll just forget.
There are minimal times that I do think about it where I'm conscious of it, and that's where, like, usually in this neighborhood, I think you have the numbers. Streamwood, this area right here is like where most of the non-white folks live, or at least black folks.
Yeah.
The black folks in this town, which is 40,000 people, and most of them are in this area of the Oaks where we're in right now. Isn't that?
Really? Yeah.
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 Really?
Yeah, I've read that. I've read it somewhere, and then he did some studies.
We did some kind of demographic
Yeah.
studies on the area, but I mean, it's a high Latino area. The Streamwood is probably like 40 to 50% somewhere in there.
That makes
Yeah.
And then it's actually pretty low African American population in Streamwood, but like this neighborhood in particular is just a high concentration of African Americans.
Man, when I pulled up, I was like, Scott live over here? I was like,
When white people come and they're like, Scott, you live in the hood.
I'm like, maybe we just go in somebody else's house. Like this. Like this. I was like, okay.
So that's when I am conscious about it, because I try to really love my neighbor. I'm trying to, and I've noticed, so I'm conscious if I'm rolling up on somebody, if I walk up to somebody that is a group of guys, that I'm the only white guy. I'll be conscious of it then for them, because they don't know me, and that already is a breaking of a barrier, But I've seen beautiful things happen when that barrier is broken. I remember, I've told this story before, but I want to say, we were downtown Chicago. We were sharing the gospel, just purposely loving people. And I saw these young guys, 17, 18, just sitting on the side, doing nothing. A couple guys had their shirts off. And they didn't really look very approachable. But when you know who you are, and when love is inside of you, that stuff
ain't
nothing stopping us. God is not shook by appearances.
Exactly.
And I just approached these young men and said hello and introduced myself real quick. And I said, I'm not like a Jehovah's Witness or anything, but if you guys want to, just want to say hello, and if you guys ever want to talk about the Lord or something, we're out doing that right now, and I'd be happy to have a conversation. And I know that sounds weird, and respected where they're at. And one guy, he walked away right away. Like, a couple guys were just looking and checking me out, and nobody really said anything. And I said, does that sound real crazy? And one guy said, honestly, I'm just happy that you're talking to me right now. I'm just happy that you acknowledge me. And I was like, wow. That didn't take much at all. But I've noticed, many times I'll just go up to somebody and I'm not, I'm unassuming. I don't want to come up and assume anything. I just want to come up and approach a situation and just say hello. And I've been able to do that in my neighborhood and just get somebody's name, and they get my name. And all of a sudden, like I was driving by the other day, and what's up, Dre? And what's up, Scotty? Remembering my name. And I've been able to do that, and I know we're here to love, to be a blessing in this neighborhood somehow, some way. Yeah. Even if we are minorities, that barrier being broken, I think can be a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
That's the only time I do think about it.